Hey guys, oh my god. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. On my Instagram, I made a story saying that I was going to do a follow-up video on one of my previous videos. So I filmed a why modeling sucks video on my channel a couple months ago, and then recently, I don't know why, but like YouTube algorithm sometimes blows up certain videos at certain points. It's random. But yeah, it was like the most views I've ever gotten by far, and it came with a lot of opinions. And also, the Daily Mail, which I don't know if some of you know, I think it's like a UK newspaper. They kind of have like a Snapchat article. They also did an article on me on their website and then on their Snapchat, and I also got a lot of opinions from that. So I'm gonna read hate comments from the video and from the article. I just took screenshots of some of the ones that I thought were hilarious, insane, mean. There's a few things before I get into the hate comments that I just wanted to touch on about the video. I'm not a big YouTuber who gets millions of views all the time. I made that video because people asked me to, and I was kind of just sharing my story and my opinion. And obviously when you get a lot of views, everyone gets hate, because with that many people, there's gonna be a lot of love and then a lot of people who just are gonna hate on you for no reason. If you haven't watched my video, this might not make sense to you. I'll link it down below. So go check that out maybe first. Yeah, a lot of people were commenting on certain parts of the video that they have issues with. Most people didn't. Like, I think most people kind of got the point. There's a part where I'm like, my agency wanted me to be pale. Ew, like I said, ew, pale. People were like, oh my god, I'm pale, like how dare you make fun of like skin types. I'm like, oh my god. What I meant from the ew is the fact that an agency would try to determine if I can tan, if I have color to my skin. I also don't like my skin pale. It was not a bash at anyone other than myself. Another thing that pissed me off was people were saying, wow, I'm really mad at her parents for this. Like, how could parents live through their kid like this, like live vicariously through their child and let their child go through this when they know how much they're suffering? If you watch the video, I specifically said that my parents did not want to force me into this industry whatsoever. They had no interest in it at all. I was the one who was convincing them. And because they are such good parents, they didn't want to control me. And they knew that they couldn't anyways. Like, I have to figure out my life on my own. I also really did not tell them the full truth of how upset I was. I kind of hid that from them because I didn't really know at the time how mentally messed up I was, especially with my like relationship with food and how much I didn't like it. I didn't really realize at the time. So for those of you commenting on my parents, don't need any of that. Hi, my camera died. I charged my camera for a long time before this, so I'm confused. Sorry. First, I'm gonna read some comments on my actual YouTube video. This one sparked some convo. The main comment on this was something like,
great video, but honestly would love to have your body, you're so lucky.
Something like that. One girl goes, really? I think she looks horrible. She has a nice waist, but no butt or boobs. And I replied, I don't have this screenshots because I ended up deleting the whole like thing because people were getting really aggressive, and I was just like, this is not good for anyone. I just replied like, ha ha ha, because I'm not gonna get into detail. And I was just like, number one, who comments that on someone's body? And then the next girl goes, her boobs are more than big enough. Huge watermelon boobs. Look out of proportion and stand out too much in my opinion. And I replied being like, you were probably taught to not bring another woman down. Like, you should probably stop, grow up. People started commenting shit like,
oh god, it was Katie's opinion. You're a terrible person for complaining about your job when it's your choice to have that job. Stop acting like a perfect little shit.
So many people were like,
you owe Katie an apology.
They're like, she was complimenting you. I felt like I was fighting with 12-year-olds, probably because I was. So this next girl goes, her attitude is horrible. There's some truth to that, I'm sure. I knew you're no longer modeling when I saw your long, ugly fingernails. Well, actually for this video, I have nubs, but thank you. Your skin is so sun damaged. Okay, cool. I love how she's literally wearing a bra for a YouTube video. Put on a freaking shirt.
Boom! Roasted.
You just fucking roasted me, bitch. Her facial expressions are so excessive and irritating. Just talk normally, question mark? Okay, honestly fair, I'm a very expressive person that pisses people off, but I've been like that since I was literally born. I can't control it. I'm just very like an animated person, sorry. And then, oh, she replies to her own comment. Actually, I think it's the fake lips not working like proper lips. Okay. This girl goes, I literally hate you. So aggressive. The first 15 minutes of this video is just pointless rambling, attention deprived. That's why she models attention. The first 15 minutes of the video was literally explaining my story. There weren't too many hate comments. It was more just like sarcastic, annoying people, but not a lot of like hate. Okay, so when the Daily Mail article came out, there is like a comment section where people can comment. Thank you, Annika. So I made the mistake of scrolling through this. Let me be clear. At first, I was really upset. It actually made me cry for a pretty long time just because like I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm not used to so many people having such strong opinions on me. I mean, I've gotten hate for my whole life for a lot of random things, but this was like a lot of hate in like a very short amount of time to read. So it was kind of hard for people who say it doesn't affect them. For me at least, that's just not the case. Of course it hurts. It hurts to hear people who do not know you at all say things about you. And also they didn't watch my video. They kind of just read this article, and this article's not very accurate. It wasn't bad intention, but it kind of just boiled me down. Like the way you speak and the way you deliver a sentence really like determines how it's meant to be taken, and I think this article just kind of made me seem a certain way that I'm not. I now kind of laugh at it. I do actually laugh at it, but like it did really hurt my feelings when I first saw it. If it's so hard, supermarkets and factories are always looking for staff. This was like the type of comments I was getting on my YouTube video, just being like, then go work a real job, like see what it's like. These comments are just very pointless. Poor thing. Maybe get an education in skills and support yourself. Doing something besides parading around half naked, question mark. Looks fade and education is forever. Who's to say I don't have an education? What? I did a year of university in Canada. I left university because of mental health reasons, but I've always been a really strong student. I am doing other things other than YouTube to support myself and gaining a lot of skills, even though I might not be in school, so.
Shut the fuck up.
Poor thing. Must be as bad as being a coal miner or work slaughtering cattle. What the fuck? People can invalidate absolutely anyone. If I did work slaughtering cattle, people would say, well, at least you have a job, stop fucking complaining. Like, there is no winning. People are acting as if I said modeling is the worst job of all time, and I am so hard done by. I'm allowed to not like something, and that can also not be the worst job of all time. Like, people are allowed to have opinions and share their thoughts and experiences. Like, that's why people were interested in the video, because people want to hear about it, not because I'm just complaining. And I know most of you know this, and you're like, Annika, who cares about the haters? Aw, cry me a river, poor thing. I worked at a pizza shop years ago, and they told me that I had to wash my hands after I used the restroom. I was completely traumatized. Your sarcasm is not welcome here. Also, I hate when they do the stupid deer in the headlights little girl pout thing. Horrid. Stopped caring when I saw Instagram star grow up. Most jobs suck, so you might as well get paid a lot as opposed to paid a little. She should come do my job for a day. Okay, so once again, you didn't watch the video. You didn't see that I made actually like no money. I've done a lot of jobs I don't like, so maybe you should come do my job for a day. What's she doing with her underwear? Giving herself a wedgie? Good one. Someone comments, humble brag, implying that this whole thing was to like brag about being a model, when the entire time I was saying that modeling is nothing to brag about. Strange shaped mouth. Oh, the drama. It's a hard knock life. Not for her though. On a real note, apart from like me joking about this, it's really disgusting to see humans like pick and choose who's allowed to be upset about things. I'm not saying modeling's like the one thing that I should be upset about, but like you have no idea what I've gone through. I feel like most people have gone through a lot of shit in their life, and everything's relative. I'm sure the person commenting that, I could come back and say there are people who have it way worse than you, so like fuck, like you can't complain about life at all either. Like just because someone is supposedly like has followers on Instagram or known as stereotypically by society standards good looking, to assume that someone can't be sad in life because of their looks is probably the most ignorant and stupid, uneducated thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Honestly, I feel like you should be really ashamed of yourself if you assume because of someone's life on social media or because of the way they look or because of the jobs that they've had that they're not allowed to feel pain and suffer and go through things. And as I just said that, being beautiful makes for such an easy life. She didn't quit, she never got a gig. Oh, diddums. Imagine any job actually being hard work. Poor little entitled thing. These are just getting exhausting. Tough life, eh? How about doing a proper job? Paramedic, for example. That is so randomly specific. Boo-hoo, what a hard life. Get over yourself. Why don't you stop being an ignorant little shit? Heaven forbid she actually get a real job. Might think different then. This has been the hardest video of all time to film because of my stupid camera and the shitty battery, but finally we made it through the hate comments. I think it's good and like kind of healthy for me to just like laugh at the comments and read them out, and I think it's important to remember that although they can be really entertaining, just kind of remember to maybe not be hateful online, just because I feel like you'll regret it one day. I know a lot of the people commenting are probably really young and immature and they'll grow out of that, but it's kind of depressing to see hate comments online. It's like, do you not have better things to do? I hope you found this entertaining. I did. I enjoyed filming it. Sorry if it was kind of a mess and disorganized. I tried my best. For all of you leaving really nice comments or messages or encouraging comments saying that the video helped them in some way or maybe you learned something new or it was entertaining, I really do read all those comments as well and I appreciate them. You can't take the internet too seriously because there's always going to be assholes on the internet. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys.